We are now going to throw to the Muslim community to speak about the Muslim customs that will take place as the remains of the suspended secretary, of the former and now late Deputy Secretary General of the ANC, who is late, not former, is laid to rest in Muslim rights this afternoon. I'm just going to go in and speak to the Muslim customs.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Colleagues, this morning Ebrahim Bham is a secretary for the Jamiat Ulama Council in South Africa. He's going to explain the processes of the Muslim burial, how it's going to proceed the whole day, because as Muslims we bury in a different manner, so we follow the way that we do as Muslims. Maulana Ebrahim Bham, he just came 2 days from Hajj, so today he's here. So he's going to take us and explain to the entire country how the Muslims do the burial. Maulana, over to you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. First, on behalf of the Council of Muslim Theologians, the Jamiat Ulama, we would like to extend our condolences to the family and to the colleagues of what we call in our terms marhum. May the Almighty have mercy upon the deceased, Jessie Duarte. We acknowledge her efforts and her struggles for the sake of a free South Africa, and we hope that those struggles and those efforts that have been made for the sake of an ideal, those ideals can be realized for which the struggle was waged. So we first like to acknowledge that struggle, and we also like to pay condolences to the family and sympathy to the family and to the comrades and to the organization. Furthermore, with regard to the procedure, normally a Muslim funeral is known by its simplicity. It's a very, very simple procedure. And one of the points is that there's a short prayer. I know that there is going to be a state funeral, and there would be acknowledgements, and there would be speeches that would be made, and that would be part of the state procedure. But as far as the Muslim prayer itself is concerned, it's a very short prayer, which should not take more than 5 minutes. There's a particular way that the congregants will stand, and that will be explained at the time of the congregation. And it is a prayer in which we acknowledge the greatness of the Almighty. We send salutations upon the Prophet Muhammad and the prophets of the Almighty, and then we pray for the deceased, and we pray for forgiveness of the shortcomings of ourselves and the deceased. The prayer itself, as I said, cannot be more than 5 minutes. In terms of the burial itself, we normally place the body of the deceased without any much fanfare, without much expenses. There is no expensive coffins that go into the grave. It is only 3 or 5 pieces of cloth that covers the deceased body, and with that particular cloth, the body is placed into the grave by the family members of the deceased. And after being placed into the grave, there is a barrier that is placed between the deceased and the grave, and thereafter normally the community itself takes over the responsibility of throwing the sand over the body of the deceased in the grave. So that briefly is the procedure of the funeral.
Thank you very much, sir, for